Good morning, good morning. We are in the tarot study of the Hierophant. And then today we are going to introduce the Hierophant from the Wildwood Tarot, which is the Ancestor. I love this card. It's like, it feels like, hello, that's why we're having, while we're doing the Hierophant right now, it feels like this, it brings that connection of winter together, right? And then the coloring down here, it feels like that connection to water that I'm feeling a deep connection to right now. So it feels like perfect timing there. So then today we're going to read from the Wildwood Tarot deck there. Look, my friend gave me a little card holder, so I'm going to put those in there. There we go. Ta-da. And then, so because we're just going to do the one guidebook because it's such a big guidebook. And then here's what the inside looks like. So you have, this is again, the Wildwood Tarot. Okay, let's read. Yay. Okay, and so again, let me go back to our thing. Just the quick little once over there. How many cards are there? Here's your pop quiz of the day. How many cards are there in the tarot? 78. How many major arcana? 22. How many minor arcana? 56. How many suits within the minor arcana? 4. How many cards within each suit? 14. And the different suits are cups, which is connected to water. Pentacles, which is connected to what element? Earth. And swords, which is connected to what element? Air. And the wands, which is connected to what element? Fire. Very good. So, and then we've already discussed and gone over, so you can find the different playlists for these. The Fool card, which is card 0. The Magician, which is card 1. The High Priestess, which is card 2. The Empress, which is card 3. The Emperor, which is card 4, and the Hierophant, which is now that we're on now, which is card number 5. Which, by the way, I feel like I'm supposed to go in here. Okay, so as far as numerology goes, so then so you have so there's the suits again, which is cups, spirituality, water, emotions, and feelings. Coins or the pentagrams, the pentacles, materialism, earth, wealth, and physicality. Now that too is subjective because just in my world, I don't know if this is for anybody else's world, but in my world, from the very beginning of learning tarot, there was something inside me that said, this also pertains to your gifts. So just have that in mind too. And then whatever else, just, and having in your mind, like whatever rings true to you is true to you. Go with it. So mine, like, so I feel like, so sometimes whenever these pentacle cards, like say you see them, like they're toiling away at the fields, when they have all the pentacles and all of that. Sometimes it's about working on your gifts. So there you go. Swords, intellect, air, understanding in the mind. Wands, creativity, fire, vitality in the heart. And then going to the numbers, you have the 1 card, beginnings, inspiration. 2 card, balance and choices. 3, movement, teetering. 4, stability, manifestation. And then today, 5, power and conflict. That's true. Like the 5 of Wands. So interesting. So but this is the 5. This doesn't feel like today. This doesn't feel like conflict, and this doesn't really feel like power except for leadership. So we'll dig in some more on the numerology later. I'm sure it'll come up too, and I do want to get some numerology books, but that's just a tidbit, a taster of the numerology there. That's that touch of insight on the number 5 in numerology. And again, though, we have to remember that these are all is subjective per reading. So just always having that in mind. Okay. Position the ancestor, position on the wheel. Placed at the nexus point between passing winter and the coming spring, the ancestor stands at Imbolc, which falls on February 1st. She is associated with the new moon and the elements of air and earth. Description: the antlered figure of the ancestor is clad in reindeer skins and evergreen leaves and stands at the gateway to the wildwood. Framed by silver birch trees, colored the bone white of winter. These trees grow during the Ice Age and are one of the first to regenerate into spring. The reindeer once roamed vast tracts of forest, the true ancestors of our post-Ice Age oak woodlands, and it is known that they used the same trackways through the landscape. Thus, the Ice Age hunters would follow their paths upon year, hunting their major source of food, marking time by their regular and predictable migration. When reindeer retreated north with the melting ice, the white hart glimpsed in the forest replaced their older mythology. The ancestors' tracks also lead into the wildwood. The morning is clear and frosty with the first glimmer of dawn shimmering on the horizon where the new moon hangs with the morning star, representing a new day and a reawakening soul. I don't know why that first chunk of paragraph kind of like it it just kind of went through like it wasn't like sinking in. I'll have to go back and read that again at some point, but then that little second paragraph was a little better. Okay. So meaning the ancestor greets you as you walk up the path that leads to the forest. She is the creator of myth, half animal, half human. Oh dear, Nat. Sorry, I didn't get it. Sorry, but carries the wand of wisdom and the drum that summons all who can hear to gather and watch the sunrise. The ancestor is blessed by the land and the divine knowledge that flows from the stars. Her coat is of white winter fur and evergreen leaves. Oh, was that green on the bottom? I was thinking that was blue. Oh, no, the green's on the top. It is bluish on the bottom there. Okay. The gateway formed by the silver birch tree either side of the path marks the beginning of the new commitment. And let me show you the card again while I'm reading this. Sorry, now I can't stop laughing at me being so like scattered right now. Okay. Okay, the gateway formed by the silver birch trees either side of the path marks the beginning of a new commitment, which, again, this is part of my scatterbrain, but birch, wouldn't that be, with that marking the path of new beginnings, a new commitment, that'd be, and I'm wondering if it's because I've heard this before, is birch one of the woods that's used to make runes, and is that one of the reasons why that's like, each time it's like you do that, like a little tossing of the runes or whatever, is it like that's a new, like a chance at a new beginning, a new start, and like how beautiful is that, right? Each day we wake up is another chance at that too, right? Okay, focus. Doop. I got a little wood burning, that's why that wood and the rune is in my head. And a point from which you cannot turn back. The trees act as a reminder to follow the path and know you are on a journey with a beginning and an end. The path is marked with the tracks that lead you onward. The new moon signifies both an end and a beginning, as Venus, the bright morning star, shows the dawn of hope, the new dawn of hope. The ancestor is linked to the part of the soul that is most ancient and most closely related to the archetypes that represent nature. She is a guardian of the sacred heart of the land and summons you by beating the drum to the heartbeat of the earth. It is the part of you that unconsciously heard the drum and started the first desire to walk the path that is work that is at work here. It is overpowering strength and patience of nature. It is an awesome and relentless turning of the cycle that brings spring and warmth and an end to hibernation and the awakening of abundant life. The ancestor stands before the gateway of nature that leads into the far forest. This is another beginning. Once you pass through the gateway, you must strive to stay on the path and see the journey through to the end. Reading points. You have made the leap and started a new cycle. Isn't this fitting for this new year? I mean, I know it's a new calendar year, and there's so many like, don't pay attention at all, and then there's the other. I don't know. I just feel like it's nothing is this or that. It's almost, I mean, I shouldn't say nothing, but I feel like in this too, it's this and that. Like you can totally pay attention to both of the things because it's like, I don't know, like the regular Gregorian calendar and the seasons and kind of blend the two together. It's okay to do that. I don't feel like there's any shame in that game. All right. Your instinctive spirit has felt it necessary to lead you to the gateway in a new path. You may have been reluctant or concerned at first. That's very fitting for my path. I don't know about yours. But whether you realize it or not, a shift has occurred. Amen. You may feel weary of the unknown denizens that await you in the forest, but the ancient ancestor within you will guide and reassure you as you relearn and greet new experiences on your path. Trust your inner voice. Listen to your own instinctive and inquisitive nature. Your own inner ancestor is strong, patient, and wise. Let them lead you into the forest with new eyes and a joyful heart. Amen. Roots and branches, meaning pretty much keywords. Ancient memory, the Pathfinder guide, Ellen of the ways, the spirit of nature and the subconscious human psyche, and the call of the wild. So, what are you being called to? It's like, that is like, oh, I can kind of see that like too, like in this card. So I'm glad we read this. We didn't have, I think we've done the Hierophant like a while back, but I don't remember. But anyway, any other time that I've studied the Hierophant in different books, we haven't had this deck. This deck is newer for, I don't remember how many months ago back, but this is the first time I've read from the book for this Hierophant, specific Hierophant. And then, but that's true, like as far as like the call, like this could be like symbolize that, right? Because like picture like, it's almost like if you want to look back at like Christianity or one of those things where it's like all of those who are ready like to receive or ready to be baptized or be forgiven or whatever it is, all the wording that they use, they call to the front of the room. Or like you can even think of it as like anyone who's ready to volunteer, come up front. It could, and then see the little guys of like, they're there to learn, they're there to receive, they're there to answer that call. And so that is a beautiful and unique way of looking at this card. It's not just about power and leadership and all of that and being the teacher or seeking a teacher, but it could also just be about answering a call. Like if you feel like you're being called to something, like answering that call, like this is your sign to answer that call. Maybe you've been feeling like the call to go into, you're feeling led to on a certain path. You've been called to do something like be a nurse or a teacher or whatever it is, a historian, I don't know. And then, so you've been called to do this path, and then this would be your answer. Like, this is like kind of symbolizing that, like you're being called forth. And it doesn't feel like this almost just feels like a question. Like, will you answer that call? Are you brave enough to stand up and say, yes, okay, I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you ready to stand up and say, I'll do this. I will follow you. I will follow where I'm led. I'm ready now. I'm ready now. I'm ready to listen. ready to be led. I'm ready to stand up. And step forward. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. So this feels more like a question than a like a demand. It feels like they're giving you a choice in this. They're saying, "Are you? Are you? Are you ready?" Like, come on, I'm here. I'm here if you're ready. Let's go. Let's go if you're ready, but I'm not going to force you. This isn't like I can't force you down this road, but the call is there if you're ready to answer it. Ooh, yeah, I like it. Thank you, Spirit. I like it. So again, that is the Wildwood Tarot for that's not the one I thought I was going to pick up there. The Hierophant. I like Hierophant. I don't know if that's right or not, but There you go. Thank you for learning with me. I just love this so much. Yay. We went a little deeper today. Have a great day.